Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of all signs in honor of the new moon in Scorpio. I'm going to tell you all about the new moon in a second. It's time-stamped for that purpose if you want to jump ahead. But let's start with, this is Sacred Traveler Oracle. And let's see where we've been, where we are, where we're headed. Pardon the crazy cat. He is on a tear. That is Leo. He discovered a very big, bright, I guess, gecko, lizard of some sort. He's super amped. I have not been able to calm him down. Lizard is in hiding. So, it's been a morning. I'll hold the cards up. This is not my normal setup, but we're making do until a new desk arrives. Where we've been, surrendering to the journey, releasing control. Where are we now? Open to infinite abundance. Yes, pouring into our lives. Not really always about the money, honey, but certainly about a sense of a feeling of what's available to us and where are we headed. Grace and gratitude, understanding that through gratitude, joy expands, right? That's the whole construct of abundance, is that we have to first have gratitude. Really interesting, because this new moon, it's in new moons that we plant the seeds of intention, but it's so interesting that the energies of this new moon feel very much like a full moon. In full moons, we first express gratitude for everything that we have accomplished, all that we have, right? The infinite abundance available to us, and then we release anything that's in our way. Really surrendering things that don't serve us anymore. And this particular new moon has a lot of the same vibe to it. So it's funny that we're getting this kind of a full moon message on a new moon. And I'm going to talk to you about that now. As you know, I tend to curate from my favorite astrologers' messages. So I'm reading off my notes. And so this Scorpio new moon will peak tomorrow. That's Friday, November 1st at 8:45 a.m. Eastern, I believe. Yes. And 8:45 a.m. I'm going to double check that now. Hold on. Want to be sure. 8:45 a.m. Eastern, November 1st. Yepper. And so new moon in Scorpio reminds us that change is going to happen, right? Whether we like it or not. Resisting transformation and clinging to the known and the familiar only makes this process harder and more painful. So this lunation is an invitation to plant seeds of transformation by allowing the necessary endings to take place and releasing attachments that keep us from growing. So you see those words, releasing, and an invitation to transform by allowing endings. Those are words we tend to use during full moons, right? So you can kind of see what I'm saying about these oracle cards feel very much more full moonish in nature. So under the new moon in Scorpio, you want to think about how you talk to yourself when you're in shadow. All themes of the 8th house, which Scorpio rules, when you're in struggle particularly. So this new moon is going to offer you a little bit of compassion, empathy, and attunement, because it's supported by a grand water trine. So trine, as you've heard me say, it's a triangle. It's geometry that's very soothing, very supportive. Grand water trine means that there are 3 planets in water signs. We have Mars, Mercury, and Neptune all in water signs, with this new moon supporting it. Okay? So we got that. And it gives us a chance to bring light to our shadow through connection, through empathy, and the relief of realizing I am not alone in this, just kind of what we're doing here together. At least that's what I'm here for, is to support you so that you know you're not alone. And when you're going through my readings and you're seeing in the comments and you're like, oh wow, it's not just happening to me. I'm not alone. That's part of the energy of this new moon as well. So as you move forward, remember that Scorpio's shadow isn't something to fear. It's something to work with. And by acknowledging our emotions and being honest about our struggles, we give ourselves permission to heal, to grow, and to form deeper connections, not just with our scared shadow, but with the best of ourselves and of others. So this Scorpio new moon is particularly relevant for individuals that are born with natal placements in the fixed signs. So the fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So for example, if like I have Leo rising, Leo Venus, Leo Uranus, I got a lot of energy in Leo. So if you have planets or points in your natal chart in Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, this will be a more impactful new moon. You may have more tangible, clear opportunities to transform specific areas of your life, and you may need to explore the root of any feelings of stuckness or resistance to change. So you want to look at where those planets or points, what house they fall in, because that's the area of life, okay, where you may have some resistance to change, where you may feel some stuck energy. And so this new moon is really powerful. You're going to want to set some intentions. Like you want to give yourself permission to face that shadow, to face that struggle, and to embrace the change that's necessary. I hope that makes sense to some of you who are like, yeah, that is me. Actually, I have this planet in Taurus in the 3rd house, and I've been feeling stuck around communication or with a sibling or a neighbor or whatever it is. So now that I gave you some examples, make sure that you plan your intention setting accordingly. So it may confront some deep-seated patterns to let go of what's holding those people I just mentioned back from growing. So those people in particular. But this lunation is an opportunity for all of us to to plant seeds of intention for transformation, to invite profound and lasting change in our reality by letting go of what has run its course or what is no longer serving us, okay? Really powerful. And again, those words, letting go of, right? That's a full moon archetype. It's not really what we do at the new moon, but since we're in the 8th house of death and rebirth, growth, change, and transformation, we have to use the archetype of the sign. So yes, surrendering to the journey and opening ourselves up to infinite abundance through grace and gratitude is what we're working with here, my dears. Let's take a look-see at the spread, shall we? So, you know what I do? I pull the spread. It's an abbreviated or modified Celtic cross. I'll go around, give you my general impressions. We'll get details from the clarifiers. The extended, I go through all the signs, Aries through Pisces. I do little mini spreads for each sign. The link is below for that. If you have the all access pass, for all the extended, that is already included in your membership. Just like to remind you, you do have to go to moments.com to access your extended. All right. Yeah. Do note that starting as effective tomorrow, November 1st, the order of my readings, usually I go Aries through Pisces through each series of readings. That order is changing. I made a special video where I explained why. And so there's a little pop-up right there that says, watch this video, because it explains what I'm doing and why. So you might want to watch it so that you understand. Okay, here we go. New moon in Scorpio. Knight of Cups. Nice. What's crossing us here? Devil. Ooh, all right. So right off the bat, we're dealing with shadow. We're dealing with fear. We're dealing with egoic resistance. Maybe there's something holding back this person from coming toward us with an offer of love, with maybe being vulnerable. Yes, the root of the problem, the star, maybe we're losing hope. Some of us, Four of Wands in the past, this beautiful connection. I call the Four of Wands the 1111 card. It has special meaning to me since I like to read for soulmates, twin flames, etc. Six of Pentacles in our conscious awareness. It's about reciprocity, give and take. We can't have a relationship of equals if only one of us is feeding the connection. And Six of Wands, beautiful energy of perhaps meeting in the middle somehow, forging a win-win outcome by way of some form of compromise, perhaps. Let's see. Yes. And Spirit's message talks about the Three of Cups, which is another card of reconciliation. So there could be a reconciliation for some of you. Two of Pentacles, the hidden energies. Somebody being on the fence, maybe feeling torn, trying to sort out realities on the ground and make a decision. And, you know, how things might unfold going forward. Six of Cups. Well, it's a beautiful connection. Past life soulmate energy there in the Six of Cups. Feels like there's something about coming home. Emotionally, energetically. So let's jump in. We're right on the edge here, people. I'm feeling it is a matter of... Come on. when you're trying to pick up a card and it's slipping and you're like, you can do it. Why I'm saying we're right on the edge is there's something that it's just too much. I'm feeling like the path forward, there's a question here. The cards from the bottom of the deck, for those who are new, I pull from that because it's what you can't see. It's either in unconscious awareness for you or your person, or playing out behind the scenes. Where are we headed? Are we on the same page? Because it feels like something's about to break. With that Ten of Wands, it's very heavy. There's a lot of negative karma coming through here. And so there's a question as to where things may be headed. There's certainly, at the very least, a challenge. And devil energy to me is just, at this point in the reading, it may be different in the extended, because as I go through each individual sign, we may get a better handle on what that is for each of you individually. But for the collective, it's just coming through as some form of egoic fear and resistance, something that someone's holding on to here that isn't allowing any kind of back and forth that feels generous. There's something that's feeling like it's resistant in terms, it feels more self-serving. And that is not a great path forward. So I am feeling like, are we on the same page? It's coming through as a question. In the star, root of the problem. Right. We're losing hope. There's some heart heaviness, disappointment, feelings of rejection, specifically for the divine feminine, disillusionment, heartache, heartbreak for some of you, for sure. Four of Wands in the past. And I don't think this is a new situation. I feel like you've been anticipating some form of moving forward, making progress, coming through this situation victoriously, open to reunion, reconciliation, second chances, maybe even forgiveness. For some of you that would have been necessary, but I don't think we've gotten there yet, because consciously in that Six of Pentacles, we go from the Three of Pentacles, which is the beginnings of some investment in the connection, like just the beginning. Are we on the same page? Do we want the same thing? To full on, hey, am I in this by myself? And so with the Six of Pentacles being clearly on your mind, and someone who isn't feeding the connection, someone who's holding back and being, like I said, more self-serving, it's difficult. This may be someone you feel is the love of your life, but now they're not claiming the love. They're not claiming. This feels like rejection, more rejection, abandonment, a sense of feeling devalued by this person in this connection at this time. They're not generous with their time, their energy, their effort, their resources, their spirit, and their love. And you're feeling it. And you're losing some hope around that. And for some of you, it could very well be as simple as, that they're not emotionally expressive, or, they don't, they're not romantic, or they don't demonstrate, is what I'm trying, that was the word I was looking for. They're not demonstrative of their feelings. They're operating from fear. And so they could be controlling. They're not giving as much to the connection as you are. It could be that simple. Now, I'm saying it's that simple for a reason, because whenever the devil shows up in a reading, people are like, bah! And I'm trying to simplify it in a way to say that devil energy is just a symptom of a problem. Okay? So it's letting you know, oh, this is crossing that Knight of Cups. It's a symptom of why that person isn't delivering on something that you need, a love language you need. So let's see the Six of Wands. What'd I just say? So, if you want this Ten of Cups, this sense of the happily ever after of it all, Temperance is going to be your best friend. Temperance is about patience, self-control, and restraint, because this person is going to control every aspect. Okay, I'm seeing this devil energy as nothing other than control at this point, but control from what angle? Control from fear. Okay, and so the Six of Wands, which is coming through as a card of compromise, like, yeah, we're going to have this reconciliation by way of compromise. This is somebody who isn't just going to give you all of this happiness on a silver platter. They're going, it's you know how sometimes you hear that phrase, nickel and diming someone to death? That's kind of what I'm seeing here, but on an emotional level. And so it might require you to have the patience of a saint. And some of you are going to be like, yeah, no thanks, I'm out. And others of you are going to be like, ah, now I get it. That makes total sense. Now I get it. They're going to get there, but you're going to have to stay very grounded. One foot in the water here is your feelings, the other on the ground. Is like, I'm going to get there, but boy, it'll be like pulling teeth, because somebody has their heels very dug in. So Spirit's message is this Three of Cups. You're going to have to trust your intuition as to whether or not you feel like the reconciliation will be worth it, or if it's time to walk away, especially if this is a pattern, right? If this is on a loop, this is someone who's in and out, and every time it's like pulling teeth, right? This is about trusting your intuition. The Three of Cups can be a cause for celebration, but not if it is depleting your energy and bringing you nothing but pain and sorrow. The Two of Pentacles in the hidden energy there it is, right? Didn't I say? Egoic fear and resistance. What this person is trying to figure out here is, are we meant to be? And is this meant to be? Is this destiny? Or is there something here that they're just too afraid that there's something that's ill-fated, right? Like they're looking at it glass half empty. You're looking at it glass half full. And so it may come up in conversation, but they're kind of sorting it out right now. So in this case, the Two of Pentacles is probably your friend, because this person is sort of weighing pros and cons, looking at it from a couple different angles. The Two of Pentacles is also a little bit of stalling for time. So I am seeing this person absolutely operating from fear and not sure that that Wheel of Fortune holds promise for them. You know how some people feel like they're tethered to their own personal rain cloud? That's sort of what I'm seeing here. They're not sure. Not that they're not sure about you, but that they're not operating from this sense of infinite abundance. They don't live in this land. They don't see it that way. They kind of see it as something to not trust. But they're weighing it. They're looking at it. So where might things head going forward? Six of Cups, bringing it back home. That's how that feels to me. The warmth, the comfort, the nostalgia of this energy between you, like they've known you forever. Wow. Wow. And it will be that, this connection, happiness, healing. Whew. Like, I don't know if you just felt that. I've got like a lump in my throat. The Hierophant, yeah, it's a card of commitment, etc. But it's also about our higher selves, being called to our higher selves, honoring the vows we make and take in life, but not just in a legal sense. You know, our responsibilities to the people we love, to their feelings, to someone who's been good to you. Yep. And how healing that can be when you really feel safe and protected in your vulnerability. I am like literally on the verge of crying here. That's where this is headed. And maybe this person is afraid because maybe they have not been lucky in love. We started with this Knight of Cups, right? And we got the freaking Devil? What the fuck is that? Maybe they just don't feel lucky in love. And that's part of a conversation that they know needs to be had. And so the path forward, they may need to be reminded that they're safe. Because that's what I see. I see this connection as healing. I see the happiness that they've probably never really felt in matters of the heart, being something that calls them back to their higher self. Both of you. I see it for both of you. And again, it's a commitment that we make to honor someone that we love that has been good to us. And we kind of have to leave the shitty part of our personalities on the cutting room floor. That is what this new moon is about in Scorpio. We have to confront that little devil. God can't make it up. That little devil that doesn't want to compromise. That little devil that doesn't want to be emotionally vulnerable. That little devil. And that's what I think you're dealing with this person. Remember, this can all be just talking to you. This could be you and your little devil not wanting to be vulnerable, not wanting to compromise. Take what belongs to you. But I feel like I'm talking to those of you who are dealing with somebody who isn't as emotionally generous with you as you are with them, and you're really feeling, you're losing hope. It's been hurtful, and you're like feeling the weight of it and wondering, where are we going? And Spirit's saying you're going to have to trust your intuition on this, and this person is certainly weighing it as well, and perhaps a healing conversation will come out of it. That is available to you. Whew, I know. So I'm sending you all new moon blessings, first of all. Let me get that out of the way. Don't let me forget to say, I do offer private readings. There's always a link below. You have to scroll a little bit to it. Don't forget the link to the extended is available, and I'll go through each sign based on this reading, Aries through Pisces. That's below. And let me give you the astrology that showed up here. Knight of Cups. We come in with a water sign. That is Pisces. Crossed by the devil, but of course, Capricorn. So didn't make it easy for me right out of the gate. We have the Star is Aquarian energy. The Empress is Venus. Taurus and Libra. Chariot is Cancerian energy. Judgment is Pluto, which rules Scorpio. King of Wands, Leo. Devil came out twice, more Capricorn. Temperance is Sagittarian energy. High Priestess is the Moon, which rules Cancer. Knight of Wands, Sagittarian energy. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius. The Moon is Pisces, and the Hierophant here is Taurus. And we have the Sun, which is the Sun, which rules Leo. And don't forget, in the new moon, the Sun and the Moon are together. So it's like shining a light on the shadow, on what we can't see or oftentimes wish not to. So yeah, it's a powerful new moon, guys. Giving it all over to you to work with your shadow and not live in fear of it. And I'm headed to the extended now. I'll see you there in a second. Bye.